To truly understand the story of the video I have for you guys today, we have to go back to August of 2016, when a then 17-year-old Kelvin Pena would record this video in the backyard of his wooded area Texas home.
2.2K. Everybody how I'm spending my day. I'm out here eating crackers with my pet deer. His name Money. I want everybody to meet him. I got you, bro. Eat up, man. It's my best friend right there. His name Money. We play basketball whenever we bored outside. We be lit out here, man. We love the woods. This shit ain't regular, man. Who got a pet deer? Let me know.
Kelvin might not have known it at the time, but in that moment he set his destiny to become one of the biggest what-ifs in internet history. That simple clip of him feeding the deer living by his house that he would call Money would take the internet by storm, and it seemed like almost overnight the persona of Brother Nature was born.
Just to let niggas know that we don't play games out here, my nigga. It's another one walking up right to me. You, my nigga, bro, what's up? Some Pringles, bro. Some Pringles for you, my nigga. Eat that shit up.
Soon every single day, Kelvin would be spending his time outside with his new deer family, feeding them anything from strawberries to fruity
deers
pebbles.
even come from,
and
though?
as
Like,
more
for
deer
real?
approached his house day by day, he would start giving them all names, even calling them his deer squad.
Are you Gabe
Like the
from
whole
Twitter?
deer squad
Reality
don't be out here.
creator?
I got Bambi over
I'm gonna
here.
just call you Gabe.
I got Canela over there. I got Money right there. What's your name? Lola. Come on, Lola. Eat that. That's good. That's all good. But it's just a happy old deer family out here, man.
But the most important deer he would call Canela.
See this Canela right here? She's fearless. Eat that apple, man. That's that good, Canela. She fearless, man. She fearless.
People online would take an extra liking to the friendship between Canela and Kelvin. They started calling him the Deer Whisperer, and he knew that the more content that he was making with that specific deer, the more popular his videos would become across social media, and the more good that he could do for others.
What's up? What's up? Oh, yeah. Oh. Yo, on her ass, boy. We out BB out here hooping.
Keep in mind, even though this was only about 7 years ago, the internet was a much more simple place, and short videos like this with virtually no production value could gain you millions of followers overnight. So
I just find it crazy that like the deer like kept on coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like
soon Brother Nature would attract the attention of local news outlets and other blogs who were reposting his content. He would even gain fame in his local community, and they would even start showing his clips on ESPN.
And the friendship is lasting as long as the food is.
I hated this show, bro. Oh my god, I hated this show. Jesus Christ. I would be watching SportsCenter for hours, right? Then PTI would come on. Okay, I'll watch some PTI with Mike Wilbon and the other white dude. Like, okay, and then this show came on, and they just didn't talk about anything, though. I don't know why I said it like they didn't talk about anything, dog. Like, oh my god, it just felt like 3 dudes in Miami just chilling, like talking about nothing. Like I hated this show. I hated this show.
They're going to turn on him one day. It is going to be really, really ugly.
Because once you're out of food, you are the food.
Well, I want to be that guy's friend, but if
Yeah.
you're going to feed me
Right.
donuts and crackers and chips and all
mean,
that, that's a good deal. I want to go out there and live in the woods,
Yeah.
waiting for that guy to come out with the food. I'll be the first one online.
It'd be great.
In the coming months, with his name
They were
heating
just
up in these
giggling the whole
internet
time.
streets,
Like, what the
Brother
fuck?
Nature would try and expand his brand by incorporating other animals into his content.
Pringles on deck. What's up? What's up, Duck Squad? Yup. Come on. Come on, Geraldo. Eat that. That's that good.
Geraldo.
Yup.
Day after day, he would continue to
Dr. Dre?
document these interactions, and even started to coin the phrase, "everybody eats." He started going pretty viral at this time, even buying himself a new car, and meeting up with other celebrities on the rise. Soon he was doing more work in his community, and really building up this image of a very charitable person, who many felt didn't have a bad or arrogant bone in his body.
You see it, man. It just
Yeah.
started off with me.
Hey, no cap, his rise was low key. It reminds me of Keith Lee's rise, like for real. Like everyone just loves him, can't do no wrong. He's a charitable dude. X, Y, and Z. Reminds me a lot of Keith Lee.
Recruiting the Deer Squad, making sure they eat swell every day. But now I'm trying to make a change in the world. I'm trying to show everybody that it's okay to give back. And I have a mission on raising 180 meals this Thanksgiving for single parent families.
This is something I would say is common for people who spend a lot of time publicly caring for animals, as it allows the viewer to kind of create their own image in their head about whoever is doing this. In only a few months, he had built up quite the rapport and presence online, becoming a legitimate content creator with a lot of eyes on his page. He would even make a featured film at the 2017 Sundance Film Festival about his relationship with these animals.
What the fuck?
My name's Kelvin Pena, I'm the subject of the film, and this film is about how I had multiple videos of me feeding deer in my backyard go viral in just 3 days.
Over a year after
What
going
the-
viral and
Who's
gaining
on
millions
Hot
of
97?
followers, he started doing radio interviews, linking up with some of the most popular YouTubers and rappers, and seemed virtually unstoppable as he would be on the high of his life.
I'm telling, like he was
This
Keith
time
Lee before
last year,
Keith Lee for real. No
I
cap.
was sitting down in my room, I was looking at my life, I went up to my pops and I was like, forget my job, Pops. I'm gonna be my own boss this summer. I was blessed with a buck coming into my backyard. I named him Money, and look where we at now, baby. I'm following my dreams.
And while the deers never turned on him like that ESPN anchor said,
I mean, the friendship is lasting as long as the food is lasting.
They're going to turn on him one day. It is going to be really,
But what
really
happened to
ugly.
the deer though?
that
Like
statement
you
right
forget
there
about
would be
them though?
quite
Like you switched up
prophetic.
though.
Once the food runs out, you are the food. And in Kelvin's case, it would really be like once the gimmick ran out and he would show the world his true colors, he would get eaten alive by a whole nother beast, the court of public opinion, as the digital footprint that he would leave behind would be destined to end his career. And he is not the only one who should be worried about the digital footprint that we all leave behind on a daily basis. Anyone on the internet can find private information like your full legal name, your phone number, your email, and
Is this
even
a
your home
VPN ad?
address. This leaves individuals at risk of
It's a
financial
VPN ad. I
fraud,
can feel
dark
it.
web
I can
leaks,
feel it, man.
and even identity theft.
I can feel
That's
it.
why I use an app called Aura to protect
Close.
myself.
I was
There,
close.
today's video feed
I was
and
close.
rope really hates words. Along with those,
I was
sign up
close.
right
I
now
think
with
they
the
do have
link
a
to bio.
VPN.
Period. So go to aura.com/Jamari to start your free trial. And the
God
Q up
damn it,
video
yo.
kept traveling, doing charity work, and overall was seen as a great marketing asset for any business involved with helping animals, with many opportunities coming his way. He was flying all over the world to expand this empire that he was creating.
That now people just reach out to you and offer you opportunities to work with animals because they know that you're able to reach a lot of people.
Yes,
So you're able to directly do like exactly what you want to do.
exactly.
Because animals are one of those universal things that almost everyone loves. So to see this Hispanic dude slide in and potentially serve as like a new age Steve Irwin-esque figure was very possible for him. This would have obviously led to a life of fame and fortune had he been able to go down that path. At this point, he had spent 3 years building his brand and reputation. He had long left behind those Texas deer.
It wasn't
He
a
had
quick
become not only
rise and
wealthy,
fall,
but was
though. I'll
also
say that.
achieving fame on a mainstream level, and overall had built himself up a massive brand. It was at this time he would also start dating very popular beauty guru Daisy Marquez, and it was like it was all the perfect storm for success. Until
was
it
that?
wasn't. In December of 2019, Calvin would take a trip to Miami for
I still
a
don't know what
beach
happened,
cleanup event, and sometime during that weekend, he would step into a pizza shop and change the trajectory of his life and career forever. First, this tweet came out and went viral. I just beat the dog shit out of Brother Nature in Los Sandwich Eddie, including a video
No, that's a crazy. No, that's a crazy tweet to just. Wait, my question is, and maybe that's a crazy. My question is, what caused it though? You know what I'm saying? Like what caused it though?
of this random guy beating the brakes off of Brother Nature in the street. This would send the internet into a frenzy.
Like 6ix9ine, there was a reason, but what caused them to get jumped?
After a few hours and much public speculation, Brother
Sean
Nature would then
King.
chime in on Twitter to say, I know there's a video out of me getting jumped. Everyone in the pizza shop literally just watched, with their phones out, and did nothing. Oh,
You worrying about the people in the pizza shop? Bro, you just got jumped. Call the police. Talk about the people who jumped you. You talking about the bystanders. All right, dog.
well, essentially painting himself as the victim in this whole situation. And so for a while, people sympathized with their animal-loving hero. But after this Keemstar interview, the story would quickly change.
Uh-oh.
We got to La Sonicheria, we order. He's already calling the guys from La Sonicheria are already calling last call. He's insisting that they let him sit there and not on the bar because I guess he felt too good to sit in the bar or something. Kept on arguing with the guy about it. The guy tells him, hey, can you do me a favor and leave? You're causing a disruption. So he comes up to me and he literally gets right in my face, like on the side of my face because I'm sitting towards the bar, so he's to my right. He gets right in my face and goes, yo, give me your phone right now. I don't know what he did. He takes a picture of us and he goes, oh, you two are dead men. Like before any of this, he comes back and he points at me. He goes, oh, come outside, pussy. I opened the door and I asked him what he wanted, and he said he wanted to fight me. He said, oh, I want a one-on-one with you. He goes, he puts his setup. We fought. I go inside to continue eating my sandwich. While I'm getting the video, I hear that he comes in running through the door and hits my cousin. That was fairly close. So when he does that, I grab him by the thing. Then he tries to hit me. He goes to the floor and I kicked him 2 times.
So according to this
so he instigated it then.
guy, not only did Kelvin instigate the physical altercation himself,
that makes more sense.
he also acted like a spoiled brat and demanded to eat at this restaurant that was already closing, thinking that he was someone special. Above all of that, the video of him calling these guys a dead man surfaced online.
Dead man.
You see, Kelvin was intoxicated. Looking back, he describes this trip as if he had been drinking every day that he was in Miami and hanging out with a bunch of various women.
Partying and stuff like that. So like the whole week, I was pretty lit.
Is this the Kevin Samuel set?
That night specifically. And I would kind of just go.
I knew it. That set looked way too fucking familiar, dog. No jumper. God damn it,
wherever it was convenient for me to just like kind of move on the up and up, which is f***ed up, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember my brother looked at me, he's like, he didn't want to leave me by myself. And I'm like, nah, bro, don't worry about it. I'm going to catch up with you later.
He had already gotten embarrassed by these guys at the pizza shop, and he came back for more, sucker punching one of them after they refused to delete videos of him being entitled. This of course led to a further beatdown. And once all the smoke cleared, and people saw the situation for what it really was, that's pretty much all it took to destroy his entire reputation that he had built up as this animal-loving nice guy.
At the time, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when it's happening, like, you know,
right? I
couldn't believe it. I'm like, what the f***? Like, this is crazy. You know,
right.
I should never reacted. You know what I'm saying? I was drunk and I was by myself. Like, I shouldn't have reacted. Like, me personally, like, and I did. And then that's it.
And people would never let him live this down.
Damn.
The backlash against him was immediate and permanent, as the phrase, "we ain't forget," would be the only comment under every single one of his posts. And at that point, it was nothing but a downward spiral for this guy in terms of damn near every facet of his life.
I think that's another thing about cancel culture too. I think it hits harder for people who we had a more positive perception out of, and they also built their brand off of just being the nicest person in the world. I think it was Omar who said it on the pod. But I think Aiden saying what he said a couple weeks ago is different from if Marquez Brownlee said the same thing. Is different from if, like, when Linus Tech Tips almost slipped up the other week. Like, it's different for them compared to if Aiden, if Sneeko, if Kai, if Speed said those same things, because of the fact that they built their brand off of being a goody two-shoes. So when you build your brand off of being a goody two-shoes and out of nowhere, it comes out that, yo, you're actually an asshole behind the scenes, now people got more smoke for you. Now your brand is actually being perceived a different way, and now there's monetary consequences to what the fuck is happening, right? But if your brand is already built off of being provocative, built off of being toxic, built off of being X, Y, and Z, and shit comes out that you're an asshole behind the scenes, it's like, okay, did you expect anything else? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is new about what's going on? So
his fame dwindled, he lost the money-making opportunities, he ruined his reputation, and would quickly fall to irrelevance. Even today, almost 4 years removed from that incident, people still pester him with these "we ain't forget" comments on every social platform. He gets around 5% of the interactions that he used to on all of his pages, and to add even more fuel
Ime Udoka did.
to the fire, the beauty guru that he was previously dating exposed him 2 years later for being an absolute maniac, breaking into her house and harassing her family.
Little family moment time.
Oh, whoa.
We're chilling, and I started getting blown up by my ex. He's like intoxicated as trying to see me. I'm ignoring his phone calls. I'm like, no, leave me the phone. I'm with family. We're about to go to bed. I go upstairs to go sleep with my cousin. Wait, were you there?
You got temporarily cancer.
Anyways,
Or cancer.
my brother, my
Cancer.
sister are there, whatever,
Jesus
and
Christ.
he decides to break in through the side door. Pushes my sister and my brother with the couch. He was fucking Hulk or something. Broke in, knocked over the tables, wouldn't leave us alone, was harassing us, and that was not the first time he broke into the house.
Yeah, this guy is still somewhat doing his thing, kinda playing with animals, but really no one cares. He describes himself as retired, but damn, he could have been so much more. And
Retired. See, that's it's shit like that makes me wonder, like being the content creator. Like, how much money did you make in a 2 to 3 year time span where your presence online can fall off and you can just say you're retired? Like, I'm assuming he has no plans of doing anything else. This is just, he's retired. But that's a crazy amount of money to be sitting on to be able to say that. And that's low-key a flex. That's low-key a flex. I also think it's crazy that he pretty much lost like his appeal and his platform off of that. Not to minimize the situation. Like, it seems like, looking at the situation behind the scenes, he's just a fucking asshole compared to what he tries to perceive publicly, and now people can't look at him the same type shit. But at the same token, it's like, yo, is that really enough for your whole platform to be lost pretty much? Like, to that degree? But also, I think I don't think he's pivoted properly too. I think the pivot is so important. And this was a guy that blew up very, very quickly in a short amount of time, but the shtick got old. You know what I'm saying? I think the same thing with Shiggy. Shtick got old. So what did you do to leverage all of this following that you gained in a short amount of time span to move on to that next thing? He's an example of a person that I don't think moved on to that next thing. I think he tried Twitch streaming last year, but at that point the damage has already been done. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reverse the Sneeko, if I'm gonna be honest. But shout out to Jamari for the video. And I hope Brother Nature, you keep doing you, I guess.